Hello, everyone. It's Joanna. It has been years upon years upon years since I last uploaded a video, but I wanted to share my one of my old um, December dailies albums. I Even though I haven't been uploading videos, I did still try to continue scrapbooking, although not as much. There were years in my life where I just did not scrapbook at all because of life and whatnot. But December daily is what got me back to scrapbooking, so here we go. This is a very old one, and my daughter goes through this album a lot. I believe this binder, I didn't do much to the binder, is from, I want to say Simple Stories, but I could be wrong. These are just different um, pieces from my stash. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly where they all came from. This was back in 2020. I used a lot of these sleeves for the album, which I don't do as much anymore in my later albums. But the goal of this album was just to collect the memories that we were creating somewhere, put them down somewhere. So it's just a picture of me and my daughter, and I had seen that people had been doing these, and I really liked it. I did a lot of hand sewing. Um, Used vellum. It was clearly during the pandemic. I had a lot of wooden pieces around, so I used that. Did a picture in front of the Christmas tree. I believe this paper's also Simple Stories. Um, I think. Mm, I think I used Simple Stories in this album, if not just clear white cardstock. Um, my birthday's in December, so I get to always keep those memories of whatever my daughter makes for me. And I found that using this format of the sleeves was a lot easier because I could just go and put things in. It's just some things that can be seen. Um, I had seen that people would add like random tags or anything like that. So I did that as well. I really like the idea for just keeping track of the movies that we watched throughout December. It was during pandemic time, so we were doing church at home since Sunday school for my daughter's age had not restarted yet. I think I used a lot of star and snowflake die cuts, glitter, no, not glitter, what is it, sequins, wooden pieces, and just a lot of white cardstock, it looks like. I don't remember what collection this is, but I had a small 6x6 of that collection, and I kind of just decided to use it. There's no specific color scheme to this, I just used whatever I had. Um, Again, another little pocket with vellum to keep the work that my daughter was doing in that picture. More of these pockets, and I like them because I can keep things in there, which is pretty cool. Again, I believe this is Simple Stories, just white cardstock, and then I just added a whole bunch of die cuts, and I think this is a label that I've had forever. Yeah, it looks like I used a lot of white cardstock for this, and rec rack, and just sort of decorating with odds and ends here and there. And I think I did different stickers for the numbers. I didn't keep it all to one theme at all. The only theme was Christmas. This is something that my daughter did for daycare, a Christmas card. So I wanted to keep it, and it fit. I think I cut it down a bit, and it fit well in this pocket, which was quite nice. That's just a picture of my daughter with one of her daycare friends that I forgot to cover. And again, white cardstock, and I just use twine and stickers and all that to decorate. This is another insert of my daughter building our gingerbread house, and with a snowy die cut, more snowflakes. Um, don't remember what line this is from at all whatsoever. I believe it's the same line as the little one there. Um, added this because this is what my daughter was really into, and I was able to um, record it here. When I started this album, it had been a long time of me wanting to get back to scrapbooking. It had been a few years of me trying to rebuild my life with my daughter and trying to find the things that I enjoyed doing once again. Um, so I wanted to come into this project basically with a mindset of being blessed and of being grateful for all the blessings that I have received. So that's sort of what this is about, just kind of documenting the different things that, even though they're small, I felt in my heart were small but amazing to me. This is when my daughter started receiving her Christmas gifts from family members, and there she is posing with some cozy socks. Um, she was still riding her bike, even though it was super, super cold and it was winter time. And we still had a bit of snow, but she was still riding her bike. She's not as into her bike as she was back then, and she's even wearing like a toque under her helmet. I made another insert. I really enjoy doing the inserts, and there's a pocket in there, and I just talk a little bit more about how much love my daughter has received and the people that really love and cherish her, and how that is something that really touches my heart. Um, it's just my daughter being all cozy. This is a day when my mom came to stay with us because they had to work the next day, and I was at work for a long, it was a long day. Um, this is just another one with all the wooden elements. I think I printed out these trees on vellum paper, and then some of these were from, I think, some die cut package. Um, and then this pictures of my daughter at the playground. We lived almost across a playground, so it's quite nice. Um, more pictures of my daughter. She was just being silly here. And I realized here that I actually enjoy um, the full page layouts, and I like this size better than the 12 by 12. And that kind of um, made me continue because then it didn't seem like such a big undertaking. So I do stay with this size even for a regular scrapbooking, and I will share some of that in future videos as well. I'll do more walkthroughs. I don't know what line this paper is, but it was given to me a while ago, and it was in my craft bin, so I thought it was cute, used it. Again, blank cardstock, and this is when I was getting into mixed media. Decided to give that a chance. Um, again, pandemic, so my daughter's wearing a mask. I really like these pages because you could just stuff little things in there and call it a day and have it be decorated without doing a whole layout. Um, and then just a little bit of memory keeping, and I really like that because it made it go a little bit easier back then. Now I don't think I do sleeves as much. I actually like this paper at the background of that one. I'd like to know what that one is too. um but yeah, I actually enjoyed that. This is getting a little bit warped. My daughter looks through this album on a regular basis. On this one, I just kind of needed to get it done at this point, and I had so many pictures, and I never know how to collect all the pictures for us, especially because we start our celebration on the 24th in the evening. We now with family, with just us sometimes, and then the morning because my daughter can't stay up until midnight. Although she tried last year. So we still do Christmas morning. So I believe the night before she stayed up quite late and she opened up a couple of gifts, and then the next morning my mom was with us, and again she opened up more gifts, and then they did selfies together. She wore a pretty dress and a crown. She was really into crowns back then. Um, I think this is paper that came from a pack at the dollar store, I believe. And I'm pretty sure this is I think that was the name of the line from Simple Stories, actually. And then just use washi and little elements that I had. I'm trying to remember what line this paper is from. It's very old, very old, and it's from the same little 6x6 paper pad. Um, so there they are, just taking pictures, and I did another one of these because I wanted to write some things and remember some things that we were doing. And it's getting quite thick because we do all the way to the end of the year. And this is just those last few days in December were quite cold this year, so there were days when we just stayed in. We just did crafts. We watched movies. We did go to the playground. The playground again, it was completely empty. It had snowed quite a bit. Some people went for cross country skiing, and there were some trails, and it's not a far walk for us because the playground and the park, it's a giant area. It's quite the entrance to it is about like a 2-minute walk from us. So we were there. We got fancy pastries for the end of the year and to welcome the new year. And I think this paper's again from a paper pad from the dollar store. And it's just very thin paper. And that's, I think, why you started using that, the very thin paper. This is also thin, it's from the same pad because it was getting bulky. And I needed it. And this green is also a very thin one. I needed it to stop getting so bulky. And that is it. I really don't know what I did with all these paper clips, but I think I got those from chapters. I do like indigo chapters. I don't know. I do like those because they are very, very they bring in cool things for Christmas time. Just gonna try to move all of my daughter looks at this all the time, and she likes that we added a little bit of what is this called, pom pom trim at the bottom. And again, we did not follow a specific color scheme. We were some There were some elements that we used throughout, like the wooden elements, and I think the same sequence. Why do I keep on forgetting what that is? And just a lot of white cardstock. I do believe the white cardstock is Nina. I don't know which kind of Nina white cardstock it is because we ordered it on Amazon. Um, but that is my December daily. Other than that, I think I used a lot of things that I already had in my stash. I did have I believe it was a Simple Stories Christmas pack that I had not used. And I think it was something that my sister had given me. So I didn't even put a date on this, which I should. But that was my December daily for 2020. I will have to go back in and re-tape, re-glue some of the things, especially here that needs to be glued down. Um, and then I'll keep on sharing some projects, hopefully. And hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's great to be back, and hope that I'll be around for a little bit. Thank you. Bye.